Grade 11 student Raphael is having difficulty answering his basic calculus module. He is struggling to answer the product rule of differentiation.
Paita ni sura differentiation eh. Di ba dyan makata kong answer ako mga barkada mga difference. Mga fake friends man sila eh. May nagtabangan pero wala dyan mo kitabangan.
Just then, his phone rang from an unfamiliar group of people who are willing to help our dear Raphael.
Hey, I saw your tweet saying that basic calculus is not basic. I have come to help you together with my BFF Hannah.
Nicole's right, but what math problems in your module do you have difficulty in answering with?
Actually, I have difficulties in answering this question. Y equals 4x cubed minus 3 multiplied by x squared minus 5x. How do you solve this equation?
We have prepared a step-by-step solution on how you could answer this example. This is differentiation, or in other words, we find the derivative of that function. In solving this equation, first you must use this formula. dy over dx equals u times the derivative of v plus v times the derivative of u. Now, we must get the derivative of this function. Y equals 4x cubed minus 3 times x squared minus 5x. So 4x cubed minus 3 represents u, while the x squared minus 5x represents the v. So dy over dx equals u times the derivative of v plus v times the derivative of u. Next, we need to substitute the values using this formula. So it will become dy over dx equals 4x cubed minus 3 times d over dx x squared minus 5x plus x squared minus 5x times d over dx 4x squared minus 3. We must now get the derivative of a function, so we will just copy our first term, which is the u, and what we will do to get the derivative of the second term is to follow the power rule of differentiation, which is d over dx times x to the power of n equals nx to the power of n minus 1, which is to bring down the exponent and subtract 1 from the exponent, making it 2 times x to the power of 2 minus 1 minus 5 times 1x to the power of 1 minus 1. And we continue with the third term, which is to copy v and the fourth and last term. We will once again follow the power rule of differentiation, so it will become 4 times 3x to the power of 3 minus 1 minus 3, and since 3 is a constant, and the derivative of a constant is equal to 0, it will now be 4 times 3x to the power of 3 minus 1 minus 0. So it will become 4x cubed minus 3 times 2x to the power of 2 minus 1 minus 5 times 1x to the power of 1 minus 1 plus x squared minus 5x times 4 times 3x to the power of 3 minus 1 minus 0.
After getting the derivative of the function, we need to simplify it. So again, for the first term, copy the u. In the second term, 2x to the power of 2 minus 1 will become 2x, and 5x to the power of 1 minus 1 will become 5. Copy the v again for the third term. And lastly, 4 times 3 is 12, and x cubed minus 1 is x squared. So the fourth term is just 12x squared, because we cannot subtract 0 from it anymore. Now we have 4x cubed minus 3 times 2x minus 5 plus x squared minus 5x times 12x squared. Next is to multiply the first with the second term and third with the fourth term using the FOIL method. So for 4x cubed minus 3 and 2x minus 5, we will first have to multiply 4x cubed with 2x, which is equals to 8x to the power of 4. Next, multiply 4x cubed again with 5, so it will become 20x cubed. Then, negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. And lastly, negative 3 times negative 5 is equal to 15. So we now have 8x to the power 4 minus 20x cubed minus 6x plus 15. For x squared minus 5x and 12x squared, we just have to multiply x squared with 12x squared, making it 12x to the power 4, and multiply negative 5x with 12x squared, which equals to 60x cubed. Now we have 8x to the power 4 minus 20x cubed minus 6x plus 15 plus 12x to the power 4 minus 60x cubed. Lastly is to arrange its value from the highest to the lowest exponent to get the final answer. As we can see, we can add 8x to the power 4 with 12x to the power 4. So we now have 20x to the power 4. We can also subtract negative 20x cubed with 60x cubed. So it will become negative 80x cubed. We can now arrange it. So our final answer will be 20x to the power 4 minus 80x cubed minus 6x plus 15. And that's how you solve the product rule of differentiation, Rafael.
We hope that you have understood our short discussion so that you will not have a hard time in answering your module in basic calculus. Thank you.
Kasabot na mo. Salamat kayo ninyo. Let me sum up their explanation. Now, to get the derivative of this example, we need to substitute the values using the formula for the product rule of differentiation. After getting the derivative, we need to simplify it. Next is to multiply all the terms using the fall method. And lastly is to arrange its values from the highest to the lowest exponent to get the final answer. Now, I have understood all of this, and I realize that basic calculus is an essential subject after all.